Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Karpo Gaming and another Crimson Desert video. Well, we're getting the lightning spear. There's a few things we're going to have to do, like cleanse the sanctum and of course get ourselves a lightning spear. But no worries, I got your back. I'll walk through you step by step. You know what to do. Let's go! Once again, thanks for watching everybody. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. In order to get the lightning spear, you're going to first have to cleanse the sanctum of temperance and also unlock Bari the Witch, which means you need to get to at least chapter 5 to start your witch quest. And of course, unlock Bari. I do have those videos up on the channel, just in case you need to know where to unlock Bari. Okay, now that you have unlocked Bari, you're at least at chapter 5, you're ready to clear this sanctum. Come over here to this sanctum, and it's going to be one of those deals where you're going to have to defeat all the enemies before you get that cutscene, and then you'll be ready to get the 2 pieces to cleanse the sanctum. So let's do this. Starting off from the sanctum, if you turn around, there's going to be a whole bunch of leaves blocking a door that you can go into, or a passageway, so to speak, right over here. Now, in order to get back here, we just need to burn these bushes. So whip out any sword that you want. I'm on PlayStation L1 and R1, and then L1 again to reflect the light to burn the bushes. Alright, now that the bushes are burned down, we can grab the first piece to this sanctum, and then we're going to stick it in our KuKu pot for a little bit later. Then we're going to go get after the second piece, and then we're going to cleanse the sanctum, where of course we're going to get another cutscene from the witch, which is what we need to do. So let's do this. Also, by the way, you can take a little bit of damage from the branches if you don't break them all the way down, as you can see. So here we are with the first piece. Let me go ahead and seal that in the KuKu pot. Now turn around, we're going to go grab the second piece. The second piece is going to be located right here from said sanctum. So here's the sanctum again. We're going to turn around and we're going to head straight. Now we're going to jump like so, and we're going to go ahead and float down, and there's going to be a hole in the ground. Drop down, and voila, here is the next piece. This time I'm going to seal this one in the KuKu pot. Now let's head back to the sanctum and put these pieces in so we can cleanse this temple. Now it's going to be pretty straightforward and easy to do. You know how this deal works. We need to go and get these 2 pieces from the KuKu pot and then stick them on said sanctum to cleanse it. But that's just going to take a little bit of time. So bear with me as I make my way over here. And here we are at the sanctum. Nice. All right, now it's time to go into a KuKu pot and cleanse the sanctum. So let's go into the KuKu pot, and we're going to grab our first piece, which is located right here. Here it is, the Sanctum of Temperance Fusion Reactor Core. Now we're going to discard it in order to make it come out our inventory, and we're just going to swing it right on over here to this area. When you see that it turns green, then you'll be able to release it. There should be some green leaves that come over it, and then just go ahead and release it. Sometimes I do hit cancel for whatever reason, and it'll just go right back into your KuKu pot. Sometimes it could be a little bit confusing for me when you're just trying to just, remember the keys on the pad and trying to do it efficiently. Sometimes you forget. Controllers can be a little wonky, but I'm getting used to it. All right, now we're just going to go ahead and jump up on top of this, and we're going to force palm down, and boom, the first piece is in place. All right, for the second piece, we need to grab that small little square piece out of our KuKu pot and stick it inside of here and force palm it in as well. So here we go. We're going to grab this Sanctum of Temperance Fusion Reactor Core. Once again, we're going to discard it to pull it out. We're going to grab it with our claw, and we're going to float it right on into over here. Then we're going to hit cancel, and then we'll be able to boom, push it in. Ba-boom. And just like that, we have cleansed the first temple. now we just need to wait for the cutscene, and then here comes the witch. So, like I said, the requirements for this, oh, and I take that back as element. So you just need to be in chapter 5, and you're good to go. I did say Bari, but clearly, wrong witch. My bad. You just need to unlock this guy at chapter 5, and you're good to go. And you'll get the KuKu blueprint and the KuKu bolt spitter as well. Alright, now that that is done, we just need to head over here into the small little workshop by hitting this abyss. We're going to go over to the kindling workshop and speak with Grim here. Now from here, we're going to see that, well, there's a few things we need in order to craft this. We need a KuKu spear, we need a lightning spear, small batteries, and electrical components. First off, if you come over here to the Black Wall Bandit Gambit, there is going to be an easy way for you to get a lightning spear over here. So just spawn in over to this Abyss Nexus, and we're going to make our way over to this camp. Now after you finish taking out all the enemies at the camp, you'll be easily able to pick this up as a, a reward for clearing out the camp. So it's a guaranteed way for you to get a lightning spear. It's only going to take you a couple of minutes to get her done. For me, I went ahead, made myself a save because, snafus do happen. And well, here is the camp. Like I said, the camp is going to be filled with enemies, but they're not hard or anything like that. If you have explosive arrows, you should be good to go. Even if you don't have explosive arrows, it's not a hard fight or anything like that. And they do drop some different weapons, so you can knock these out of their hands just in case you want to grab some extra loot. FYI. Now, after you finish taking out all of the enemies, like I said, you will liberate this area and you can go ahead and pick up the weapon. Now, if you already picked up the weapon and you deleted it, there are other locations where you can get these off of enemies by knocking them out of said hands. So just keep that in mind. But this is an easy and an efficient way to get it if you haven't cleared out this camp just yet. There is the lightning spear ready for you. All right, now we're going to head back to the kindling workshop and we're going to craft this bad boy. But as you can see, there's still a few things that we need to get. Now, if you need batteries, if you need the electrical components, there's going to drop from robot enemies that you can find from any of the different camps down in the Delazia area, right? And we also need a KuKu spear as well, which we're going to craft. So if you need the electrical components, small batteries, you can come over here to like the laboratorium or the experiment facility, or you could come over here to the Mayor's Laboratorium Gate. All in this area, there's going to be a lot of those robots that you can take out and you can get those parts. Alternatively, if you need batteries as well, you can also go into your camp and send your workers off to get batteries as well as one of the small little gathering quests. Okay, so that should have you covered to get the batteries and the electrical components. Now, as far as the KuKu pot, we can craft it right there. And the KuKu spear, we can craft it as well. So you need to craft the KuKu pot, you need to craft the KuKu spear, and once you have all of the mats, then we can finally craft the lightning spear. It's going to take you some time to get all the parts, but it's not going to take too long. I think the most time will be the batteries if you have 0 starting off from there. So make sure you send your guys off on that quest that I told you about at your camp, and it definitely will help you out with your farming. All right, now that we have everything in tow, well, here is the lightning spear. The upgraded version of this bad boy is actually pretty dope, my dude. The damage is pretty good. Of course, you have a lightning innate ability, and it's not going to break, which is pretty dope. And you can upgrade this all the way up. You get like 35 on attack. So boom, there you have it. If you wanted to know how you can get the lightning spear, I showed you where to go, how you can unlock it. Now get after it and add it to your collection today. But for right now, that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you truly enjoyed it. Now, as always, if you're new to the channel, how you doing? Welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. Right here at Karpo Game, put a wide variety of videos. So thanks for watching. As always, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one.